city turns up. Where the best belong.
Level up. Shit, level up. 901 to the world, let them know we gotta level up. Yeah, level up. Bluff City show out, gotta level up. Level up. Shit, level up. Got soul, got heart, got pride, gotta level up. Yeah, level up. 901 to the world, let them know we gotta level up.
Are you ready to transform your pool into a stunning oasis? At Mainland Pool Service, they're a family-owned business committed to keeping your pool looking pristine all year round. They believe that pool care should be proactive, not reactive, which is why their skilled team handles everything from routine cleaning to complex issues with precision. They prioritize clear communication and personalized solutions to exceed your expectations. Join the Mainland Pool Service family today and experience the difference their expertise and dedication can bring to your relaxation retreat. Contact them now at mainlandpoolservice.com.
Junior Grizzlies summer camps presented by Ortho South are the key to a slam dunk summer with over a dozen 4-day camps perfect for hoopers ages 6 to 14 looking to build fundamental skills and make unforgettable memories. With camps across the Mid-South in Tennessee, Mississippi, and Arkansas, you won't have to go far for the ultimate hoops experience this summer. Registration comes with a Junior Grizzlies jersey, lunchbox, and a basketball to take home. Don't wait, space is limited. Visit grizzlies.com/Junior Grizzlies today to secure a spot for a fun-filled summer. That's grizzlies.com/Junior Grizzlies. This Photoshop job of the College Football 27 cover for this year is atrocious. Like, who made this? It's so bad.
This is the deluxe edition. So you have to pay extra to get Kurt Signetti on.
Oh, I'm sorry. You're paying extra to get Kurt Signetti?
Tune in to the Jessica Benson Show with CJ Hurt live every weekday at 8 a.m. on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
Stay on top of everything happening in the 901, the Mid-South, and beyond with Grind City Media's e-newsletter, bringing all the news and notes directly to your inbox. Lang's World, always by Lang Whitaker, touches on the biggest stories in the world of sports and pop culture, while Michael Wallace's Grizzlies Insider brings you all the latest coverage and analysis around the Grizzlies and NBA. Don't miss a thing. Stay connected to the conversation and sign up to download the lowdown today at grindcitymedia.com.
Live from the Built Ford Tough studio at FedEx Forum, it's the Gary Parrish Show on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app. Now, here's your host, Gary Parrish.
What is up, y'all? Welcome into the Gary Parrish Show. GP's producer Bennett Doyle in studio today and tomorrow. GP back on Wednesday. Got CJ Hurt here in studio with me today. Glad he's with me. Glad you're with me. Hope you guys are getting through the day best that you can. And I hope you went to the movies like the rest of the country did this weekend, because the biggest thing that happened over the weekend, it's Spider-Man. Spider-Man, brand new day, making history. We're going to talk about it here in just a second. First, let me set the show today. We got ESPN's Michael Eaves joining us in the second segment. You know him from SportsCenter. We're going to talk a little MLB trade deadline, massive move made by the LA Dodgers yesterday. We'll talk about that with Michael. He was doing quite a bit of wrestling coverage this weekend for SummerSlam, their partnership with ESPN. I'm going to ask him about that. We'll break down SummerSlam after that with Devin Walker. He's going to join us in studio to do 5 more things you need to know. Going to get to some NFL training camp news, Memphis football. They kick off their season in just a few weeks. Got some video out of training camp from the Tigers. We got a new list of the friendliest fan bases in college football, plus a few things from the weekend that I want to touch on as well. But first, I want to welcome CJ Hurt to the show. And CJ, before we get into what we both did this weekend, it's a big day in the city for the kids. Memphis Shelby County Schools back in session starting today. My little guy started 2nd grade. Shout out to Richland Elementary School. And shout out to all the parents and kiddos going back to school today. Hope everybody has an awesome school year starting today. Y'all aren't back in school yet, right? Your wife.
I'm never going back to school.
You're never going back to school
about that.
Yeah.
But the wife,
Lang went back to school. You know he's back in school.
Hey, bless his heart. I'm not. I think Mike recently. Either he took some classes or he got a degree. I can't remember exactly. I'm done with that. I'm out. Shout out to all the teachers as well.
Shout out.
The kids are going back, and they got to go to somebody. And I don't know about you, Bennett, because your kid seems awesome. Both of them seem awesome. But some of y'all kids is a lot. Now I just want you guys to imagine being stuck with 30 of them little tummy trolls, 30 of them little sticky finger snot-nosed slobber monsters, or God forbid you got 30 of those preteens, those smell funny preteens, or actual teenagers. Oh, those smarter than everybody.
The teachers
so
are not
smart,
y'all's
they're stupid.
babysitters.
But bless the teachers' hearts out there. It's gonna be a year. We support you over here in these parts.
Shout out to everybody going back to school today. Did you have a good weekend, by the way?
Yeah, weekend was great.
Weekend was great. Yeah, I want to talk about your excursion this weekend that you took.
Let's do it.
And we had a great weekend as well. It was super nice yesterday. Shout out, went for a little ride on the Green Line yesterday. Shout out to everybody that said what's up on the Green Line for their Sunday rides. But yeah, we both saw Spider-Man this weekend, and it has made history officially. So I'll just start with like the numbers that Spider-Man put up this weekend before we get into our theater experience. Spider-Man Brand New Day, it is officially the highest grossing movie, or the biggest opening weekend of all time, beats out Avengers Endgame. It's going to become the highest grossing film of 2026 here in a couple days. And it officially opened with $927 million at the global box office. So that, along with The Odyssey, which everybody's been seeing over the past couple weeks, it made it the biggest U.S. box office of all time this weekend, $434 million over the weekend, with Spider-Man Brand New Day and The Odyssey both fueling the biggest collective weekend in box office history. Prior to this, the top 3 weekends were led by, shocker, Marvel, Avengers Endgame, Avengers Infinity War, and shout out Star Wars, The Force Awakens. That did massive numbers as well. The MCU now holds the 3 biggest opening weekends of all time, with Spider-Man Brand New Day, Avengers Endgame, and Avengers Infinity War. So Marvel is still very much relevant in our country and around the world, and it appears that the movies are so back, man. We're going to the movie. Everybody went to the movies this weekend, including you and me.
Yeah, man. If you look at what they did internationally, like you said, close to $1 billion opening weekend internationally speaking. Here are those numbers as of yesterday. So I'm sure once yesterday's numbers have come in, these numbers are a bit higher. So over 355 million in the Americas. You got 123 million in China, 50 million UK and Ireland, Mexico 38 million opening weekend, India 31 million, France 26 million, South Korea 25 million, Brazil 23 million, Australia and New Zealand 21 million, Germany 40 million,
Jeez.
Italy 18 million.
It's insane.
Right? Like that's opening weekend, and that's what it's done internationally. And it's not lost on me that the 3 biggest weekends are movies where they really took their time and told a story. Are they superhero movies? Yes. Are they movies that are continuations from previous movies? Yes. But those movies thrived. Endgame, Infinity Wars, and now this one in Spider-Man Brand New Day, because the movie producers, the studios, took their time and told these stories slowly and with as much detail as possible, so when things happen in them, you feel what you're supposed to feel. So many times it's from an emotional standpoint. I know I'm supposed to feel sad in some of these movies. The sad music starts, the actor or actress sheds that one tear, the music reaches a crescendo, somebody is yelling about a very powerful moment in the movie, and I know, okay, I'm supposed to be sad here, but I just don't feel it. And I don't feel it because the setup for that moment lacked somewhere. Well, in Spider-Man Brand New Day, it's all been set up for you. It's all laid out there for you. And if you have followed this character, I'm going to say from Civil War till now, this is a incredible movie. It is a masterpiece, what they were able to do in this particular film. The moments that come, it's, by my count, it's 3 of them. It was 3 where it was like, oh, my heart, I'm hurting right now. And it works because there's something you want to happen. You emotionally, mentally, spiritually want something to happen in these 3 part, and it just doesn't happen the way that you want it to happen, or it does happen the way you want it to happen, or something happens and you're completely like, oh, I didn't know that could happen. That's wonderful, right there. There's tears of not just sadness and joy, but they found a way to get more than just the basic emotions in there. There's relief. There is extreme sorrow and loneliness. There is remarked jubilation. There's familiarity. There is, oh my gosh, this is going to be exciting. This is the best thing that could possibly happen, right? And they set it up that way back in Civil War. Way back in Civil War. And it is, Peter, I talked about it with Jessica, but seeing Peter go from in awe to, no, I belong here. I'm supposed to be here. That's so much fun to see. I think about Mr. Stark this and Mr. Stark that and Mr. Rogers this and Mr. Rogers that. And oh my gosh, aren't you? And oh my gosh, aren't you? Like he's in awe being around all of these superpowered individuals. Well, now in this movie, he's not in awe. In this movie, he's like, okay, you do what you do, I'm gonna do what I do. That's cool or whatever. But I'm not slack-jawed seeing you. You're no longer. He's no longer looking for a mentor, looking for a hero to save him. He is very much a grown-up dealing with grown-up things right now, and that was so much fun to see.
Completely agree. We're going to also do our Spider-Man movie rankings, and we'll do that later on in the show. Again, it's the biggest thing that happened this weekend. I mean, everybody went to the movies and saw Spider-Man. So we're going to do our rankings a little later on in the show. But like just talking about this movie, I want to get your movie theater experience that you had this weekend. We went to Paradiso. I bought the drink cup. Like I had to get the drink cup, and it had Spidey hanging upside down on it. Had to get one of those, the souvenirs. So we're gonna give our thoughts on our movie theater experience. And we're not gonna spoil this for folks that haven't seen the movie yet. I know a bunch of people still want to, but like you said, it's the fourth movie featuring Tom Holland as Spider-Man. And I completely agree with everything you just said about the buildup of the character. I think also, like, Spider-Man is universal. I think that's why this is the biggest movie. It's going to end up being the biggest movie of all time, arguably, at the box office. Probably not arguably here in a couple days.
Just
but
in general.
I think Spider-Man is universal, and that's why so many people are flocking to see this movie. Old people love Spider-Man. Young people love Spider-Man. And people have proven they like any iteration of Spider-Man. Animated version, live action version, Tobey Maguire, Tom Holland, even Andrew Garfield, they like him too. And so I think that's a big part of this. Like, you don't necessarily have to be someone who's just been following the MCU from start to finish like me and you to go and enjoy a Spider-Man movie at the movie theater, which I think people are proving that they're doing.
What would you say Spider-Man is in terms of most popular superheroes for the United States?
I think he's right there at the top. I think he is the top.
It'll be Spider-Man, and then in some order, Batman, Superman.
Yeah, I think Spider-Man.
I guess you throw in X-Men would get thrown in there, Wonder Woman, but okay.
It's because Spider-Man is cool. He's always. I know we have older iterations of Spider-Man, but when people think of Spider-Man, they think of like a young guy, and so that's cool, right? Like the young dude is Spider-Man. And yeah, we've had so many movies, and we'll get into it when we do our rankings later, but we've been making Spider-Man movies for a long time at this point. And so, my generation, your generation that grew up on those Tobey Maguire Spider-Man movies, well, that's embedded in those are like core memories, right? Going to see those movies, middle school and high school. And so now that it's popular again, even if we weren't like super excited about it, which me and you were, I think just casual fans would be like, well, I want to go see what this is all about. I loved Spider-Man, I used to go see it when I was a kid, and I think that's what's happening
here. And it's a good story.
Yeah,
and so good. People...
Can I I don't want to give any spoilers, but and they're in the trailer. But I told you.
Well, listen, I didn't listen. Here's part of that movie going experience.
Yeah,
I didn't see any content, none whatsoever, about Spider-Man going into the movie. I got into the movie theater. The movie's supposed to start at 9:15, 9:05, 9:06. I'm in the movie theater, and they're doing like the pre you know how it is. The movie that the previews hadn't started yet, but there are like these previews on loop in the theater that run.
Yep.
It was an interview. I was like, oh my God, he's in it?
Oh, yeah.
I made it almost all
Yeah.
the way to the movie without knowing anything other than, oh, Peter Parker's in this one and nobody else. And then it was like, oh, you guys ruined it for me with the interview. But it was still great. I'm sorry. Go ahead, though.
No, I was just going to say, like, I can say this because they were all in the trailer, so it's not a spoiler.
I didn't see the trailer.
The moment with Spider-Man and the Punisher and Hulk, like, just absolute cinema. I mean, it's just, we've wanted a moment like that for a long time. I feel like that's the payoff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you've been waiting, build up. You love these characters, you love these stories, and then you get that, and you're like, oh my God, this is why I came here. This is what I came. Okay, tell me about your theater experience real quick.
So we went to the Cinemark in Little Rock. Cinemark, they have a XD screen. And so Spider-Man, for those who don't know, it was made, 7 different versions of the movie were made.
Yeah.
Not with different endings and different things happening, but different versions, because they're not Christopher Nolan. They're not assholes about this, right? It's not like, oh, the only way to see my movie is on the 70 millimeter.
Right.
No, they said, okay, we want to make the movie good depending on from a visual standpoint, depending on the theater you see it in. So there's a version for a regular theater, there's a version for IMAX, there's a version for 3D, there's a version for 4DX, there's a version for the 70 millimeter, and this one was for a Cinemark XD screen. And the way they sold me on the XD screen was that when Spider-Man swings through New York, you feel like you're swinging with him.
Okay.
Also, you add on to that, all of the seats do not move, but there's a section of seats that do move and jiggle and gyrate when battles are going on.
Yeah.
There. So it's like, okay, I want to sit in one of those type things. It was great. It was so good that the wife and I are contemplating doing that again for Doomsday. Just making an event out of it, going down to Little Rock, coming back. It was in moments when Spider-Man is dropping from something or swinging from something, you do feel like you are moving with him throughout the movie. I think that from all of the superhero movies, all of the Marvel movies, don't necessarily need to be seen that way. The screen is smaller than IMAX. The colors don't pop quite like IMAX does. So in a movie like Black Panther, in a movie like Thor Ragnarok, I would want to see those Guardians of the Galaxy. I would still want to see those in IMAX just because it's so bright and vibrant. And I want to consume all of the colors in the movie. But if I'm going to see something like Ultron, or if I'm going to go see something like the Avengers, the first one, right? This would be where I would go to see it, because when fights are popping off, you brought up one of the scenes when the fight start popping off, you want to feel like you're in there, and it does a good job of that. That screen does and that theater as a whole does a good job of that.
We gotta go check that out. Okay, we're gonna postpone our Spider-Man movie rankings. We're gonna do that in 5 more things. But up next, we got Michael Eaves joining the show. Big trade in Major League Baseball yesterday. I'm gonna ask him about that, plus a little bit about SummerSlam. Michael was covering it this weekend. Michael Eaves on the other side. You're listening to the Gary Parrish Show. CJ Hurt, Bennett Doyle in studio here on Grind City Media.
The Grizzlies are proud to team up with Prime Global Group, a company on a mission to redefine real estate investment. By leveraging deep experience, strategic insight, and robust resources, Prime Global Group is shaping a smarter, socially responsible future. Whether you're an investor or simply curious, now's the time to explore innovative strategies that align with your values. Join the movement and discover how you can be a part of this exciting evolution. Visit primeglobalgroup.net to learn more and connect with the team today. That's primeglobalgroup.net.
The heaviest metal credit card of all time. Rumored to be one of only 18 in existence. Plated with the very same tungsten that forged the International Space Station. And wielded at business dinners like a samurai sword. It's a classic corporate power move. But the real power move? Having end-to-end visibility on your most critical shipments. FedEx, the new power move.
New Amsterdam Vodka is an official partner of the Memphis Grizzlies. It's the only exceptionally smooth vodka that is 5 times distilled, 3 times filtered, and rated 93 points. New Amsterdam believes wins big and small become legendary when you celebrate them with your crew. So here's to the blue, white, and gold, the Memphis grit and grind, and reliving winning moments big and small with Tennessee's favorite basketball team. New Amsterdam Vodka. Find your wins.
Everybody says about you, they're like, he wins. He wins at every level, right? He won in high school. He won in AAU. He won in college. Just explain to me how. Like, what is winning basketball?
I think it's just showing up every day. I don't cheat the game. I show up at work. I have high energy, great coaching. First and foremost, I've always been surrounded by great coaches and players who really want to buy in and win. People talk about my winning, but you can't do that without a team.
The Chris Vernon Show, live on weekdays at noon on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
The Grizzlies are on their way to a new era, and now's the perfect time to buy in and secure your seat to witness history. With the 2026-27 half-season tickets, you can see the future take shape in real time. With a talented draft class joining our young core and starting this season, half-season ticket holders can own the moments with all new MVP benefits, including inside access to exclusive events, perks that match your passion, and rewards that take your fan experience to the next level. More information, visit grizzlies.com/tickets or just call 901-888-HOOP or grizzlies.com/tickets.
Welcome back to the Gary Parrish Show. Bennett Doyle, CJ Hurt in studio today for GP. He'll be back on Wednesday, and we are joined now by the great Michael Eaves. You see him all the time on SportsCenter. He was riding solo last night. And Michael, you led with the big acquisition of the weekend. Dodgers acquire Tarek Skubal, the reigning back-to-back American League Cy Young Award winner from the Detroit Tigers, for a package of prospects. You had Jeff Passan on, and he said that they were already strong favorites to win the World Series, but this makes them overwhelming favorites by far.
Oh, yeah. I believed that a month ago.
Right.
Matter of fact, I even said it. I said that it's guaranteed now the Dodgers are going to win the World Series again. And that was well before they added Tarek Skubal, just because of everything that they have on their roster and the fact that they have 3 other pitchers, Tyler Glasnow, Blake Snell, and Edwin Diaz, who haven't even really played that much this year, that they expect back here soon. So even without Tarek Skubal, you put those 3 back into the Dodgers pitching staff and bullpen. They're the overwhelming favorites. And then you look at the lineup. Like, I'm sorry, they're just the best team, and that's fine. And usually best teams win in series. And so I just think it's been destined for them to win 3 in a row, which we haven't had since the Yankees did it back in the day. But what it showed to me is the Dodgers are committed to winning. Mm-hmm. So they brought on this contract for Tarek Skubal. And granted, I think it's like $10 million for the rest of the season. He's going to be a free agent at the end of the season. But just by doing that, their tax bill will be $180 million. Okay? So, but again, they don't care because they make that money up other ways, internationally, with rights and just advertise, all that kind of stuff. They're about winning. Right. Mm-hmm. And it's interesting to me that they're trying to say that the Dodgers are ruining baseball by the manner in which they are operating within the system. The other teams are mad for 2 reasons, Bennett. They're mad that either A, they didn't think of it themselves, or B, they don't want to spend the money to begin with. And so we're going to have a lockout at the end of this season, and the owners are going to lock out the players, but what they're really doing is locking out the other owners because they want a salary cap when what they really need is a salary floor so that all teams are trying to be competitive. When you put a cap on everything, it only stops the teams from spending. It doesn't necessarily make the other owners make the best roster they can by coming down cost. That's never happened in the history of any business or sports franchise ever. And so the idea that they're trying to do that again and blame it on these contracts is ridiculous.
Well, I think it's interesting you brought that up because there's obviously you're seeing a lot of discourse about are the Dodgers ruining baseball. But I agree with what you're saying. Like, they want to win the most. They make that money back in droves. And, we never really said, like, the Warriors are ruining the NBA because they're, on this run of winning titles every year, or the Patriots are ruining the NFL because they're on this run of winning title, or the San Antonio Spurs, years back. Like, it's just, I know that it's more polarizing because it's LA and it's the Dodgers. So it's like, well, God, like the rich get richer, but it really, to me, like it's just a good franchise that's operating the right way.
The Yankees did the same thing back in the day with George Steinbrenner. They would go out and get whoever they needed, mostly in free agency, to add to a core that they, drafted and developed. And they won, again, 3 straight World Series championships, and no one said that they were ruining the game. Now it's like, oh, well, it's different now, Micah, because how all these deferred contracts. So what? That's the system. Every year we've been talking about Bobby Bonilla getting that check from the Mets that's well over $1 million. They deferred a bunch of his money years ago. It's always been available to people. But what the owners are doing from a narrative pushing standpoint is blaming contracts for a reason for them to install a salary cap. That's what they're doing. And if you don't understand that, then you're clearly just not paying attention. And I will give it up to Major League Baseball players in this regard. Of all the unions, they have clearly shown the most solidarity over the last 60 years, and that's why they are benefiting from it. These owners are not losing money. If they were, then the new teams that become available would not be bought, or they would not bring in expansion teams. So never believe these teams are losing money, because the valuations of these teams continue to skyrocket, even if they may be losing money year to year on some type of operating costs. But again, that's all personal finances, how these teams run themselves. But never believe that these sports owners are losing money.
Yeah, it's definitely fascinating. It's a fascinating discussion. And again, we'll see what happens the rest of the day. I think more moves to be made. I heard passing with you last night, and it sounds like maybe some more big moves could be
a couple have been already made today. Because teams are now like, all right, cool. If we're going to get to the playoffs, maybe we have to play the Dodgers, or maybe we can at least, from American League standpoint, see them in the World Series, but we got to get there. Yep. So regardless of what the Dodgers did, these other teams needed to do something anyway. Yeah. So you see Luis Ariz going somewhere. You see Gausman going somewhere. So that makes sense for the teams that are trying to, put themselves in the best position to win. But that's what the trade deadline's all about. And you're right. There will be more deals probably by today's 6 o'clock Eastern deadline for sure.
Hey, Michael, it's CJ over here, man. You said that you believe the Dodgers, and most people believe the Dodgers are the team to beat for this thing. But who are some teams as currently constructed to give that can challenge the Dodgers, might give the Dodgers a good series?
I would say probably in the National League, it might be the Brewers, just because of their pitching. Mm-hmm. Although, the Cubs have been doing some things as well, but I'd really put it on the Brewers because of their pitching staff. And then we take it to the American League. That's the real question, because the Astros are so hot right now. No one's really paying attention because the Red Sox have been so hot. But the thing is, if you're going to take down the Dodgers, you've got to have, quality pitching from the starting rotation through the middle relief all the way through the bullpen, because you've got to see that lineup multiple times. And then on the flip side, you've got to see the Dodgers pitching. And so you better have a lineup that's really good 1 through 9. And I just don't see there's a team out there that can do it. I really don't. Stranger things can happen. People could get hurt, all things of that kind of nature. But just roster for roster, spot for spot, I don't see anyone that could really challenge them and take them down.
Okay, I promise I'm not going to catch you off guard here with this question. But I do, because I saw your coverage all weekend. I got to ask you about SummerSlam, because I loved the coverage this weekend from ESPN. It felt like such a huge. I'm a big wrestling fan. We're going to talk SummerSlam extensively in the next segment. But it felt like such a huge production just across the board. You guys were covering it on SportsCenter. I think, with the lack of actual games going on, we have WNBA, we have MLB. Outside of that, nothing really major. I thought it was cool seeing the highlights on SportsCenter. I just thought that it brought like a level of legitimacy to the whole thing. Did you have a favorite moment from the weekend of your coverage of SummerSlam?
No, because I'm not a fan.
But see, you did a good job of playing it off, though. That's the thing.
No. So my job is to present content and coverage.
That's right.
In an enthusiastic manner. Now, I know, but here's the thing, Ben, I know there are people out there like you who are enjoying it. Mm-hmm. And so I'm going to try to give the same energy I would give to a Twins highlight because of the fans in Minnesota, or a Fever highlight for the fans in Indiana. Like, I approach it the same way. I don't have to be a fan of everything that ESPN produces, because I'm just not, right? I gave up on wrestling when I was a kid. That's fine, right? But it's entertainment, and that's what the E and ESPN stands for. And obviously, it's a huge partnership for us, and that's why we're going to promote it in that manner. But for me personally, no. Matter of fact, I'm thinking about what we had last night. Was it Roman Reigns? He won last night?
Yes.
That last night? All right.
Epic match between him and Seth Rollins. Yes.
That's pretty much all I remember.
Okay.
Is that Roman Reigns won. That's it.
It retains the championship. Yeah. He's the GOAT.
But there's like 8 championships. Like, how do you keep up with it, right? They're not based on weight class necessarily, except for the heavyweight championship. But there's a WWE championship. There's the Undisputed championship. I don't understand how, I mean, granted, everything's manufactured, but I guess if you're a fan, you're in it, because if you're a soccer fan, it's in Europe, it's easy to keep up with who's winning La Liga and the Premier League versus the Champions League, because there's a blend of leagues. But if you're in it, it makes sense. But for us, I'm not even casual. For us on the outside looking in, I'm like, well, how many champions do they have?
Yeah, they have a ton, and they change up a lot. The title that Roman holds he's the top dog. He's the guy. He's the main eventer. He'll main event WrestleMania when that rolls around in April. So yeah, that's kind of.
CM Punk beat Cody Rhodes, didn't he?
Yeah, still a big championship, still a big title. Not as big as the one that Roman currently holds, but still big in its own right. Enough to get the main event on night 1 of SummerSlam. So
look, for me, if you want to talk TV shows, I can talk to you about House of Dragons or Lioness. Yeah. Which is WWE's a TV show, right?
That's right.
And that's what that is. But I'm not a fan at all.
I gotcha. Well, something that I think you might be a fan of, I saw you guys talking about it last night. There was a huge WNBA matinee yesterday between the Minnesota Lynx and the Indiana Fever. Lynx beat the Fever 108-100. Rookie sensation Olivia Miles, 28 points. Lynx win their 10th straight game, snaps a 5-game win streak by the Indiana Fever. It was a huge, Sunday afternoon game. And the Lynx, they hold the best record in the WNBA. They're 4 games ahead of second place Las Vegas. It's looking like they got a real shot at their first championship since 2017. And Olivia Miles, she's going to be Rookie of the Year, but does she have a legitimate discussion at MVP this season?
Absolutely. 1,000%, especially considering what this team has done without Nafisa Collier. Yeah. So last night was Fee's 4th game of the season, coming back from her injury last year. But look at the position they were in without her, and no one would have anticipated that. Like, you go and get Olivia Miles, and you saw her in college, you thought she'd be really good. But the immediate impact at the levels which she's had it, I don't think anyone anticipated that. And that's why you'd have to put her in the conversation. But then you go to Indiana, Caitlin Clark's having a really good year. Kelsey Mitchell's having a phenomenal season. But I probably think if you're trying to vote for an MVP from that squad, they're probably going to get split votes, right? So that, to me, would increase the odds of Olivia Miles being in there. But of course, you always have Asia, who's doing Asia things with the Aces, and they're right there in the mix too of having the best record in the league. But if I was voting today, I would give it to Olivia Miles 100%.
Yeah, completely agree. Mike Leaves, great job riding solo on SportsCenter last night, and we always appreciate you joining us here on the Gary Parrish Show every single Monday.
All right, man. Be good.
Thank you, man. Michael Eaves from ESPN and SportsCenter. Appreciate him joining us every single Monday. CJ, when we come back, okay, so Michael's not the biggest fan of wrestling. He does a great job covering it, though. I want to break down SummerSlam. And I don't know, did you...
I miss SummerSlam.
I didn't even want to ask you when we were doing our little show prep power. I didn't even want to bring it up.
You could have.
Okay.
I would have been like, no.
Okay.
It's fine.
So I was like, I can't just sit here and talk to myself. So, and I hope he's here. I'm gonna bring in
Devin, come in here.
I'm gonna bring in our Grind City Media wrestling expert, Devin Walker, and we're gonna talk SummerSlam on the other side. You're listening to the Gary Parrish Show here on Grind City Media. When the arena lights dim for a concert, or when the crowd becomes one at a big game, you can almost feel like you're the biggest fan. But who's your biggest fan? It's the person who will get you home safely after a night of drinking. It's a person who looks out for your life to make sure you leave the stadium with someone sober. This could be a designated driver or someone who offers to give you a ride share. Because in Tennessee, fans don't let other fans drive drunk. Brought to you by the Tennessee Highway Safety Office, a division of the Tennessee Department of Safety and Homeland Security.
Grizzlies fans know it's the team that gives you the edge. Big River Steel does too. And much like the Grizzlies have recruited legendary talent, we want you to be part of our team. Are you ready to be part of something legendary? Then visit www.bigriversteel.com. That's www.bigriversteel.com.
Kroger shoppers and Grizz fans. Want exclusive last-minute discounted ticket deals texted straight to you? Sign up with the new Kroger Buzzer Beater deal. Fans can sign up by texting Grizz to 636-479 or visit your local Kroger store in the Delta Division and scan the QR code. By signing up, you agree to receive recurring automated promotional and personalized marketing text messages from the Memphis Grizzlies. Consent is not a condition of any purchase. Message frequency varies. Message and data rates may apply.
What do you bring to the table? Like, you want people to describe Kareem Lopez, the basketball player. What do you want to hear?
I feel like I'm just a winning player. You know, someone that's gonna contribute to winning, a competitor. You know, a high IQ player. You know, someone that's gonna play the right way. And yeah, like I said, like the first thing I said, just contribute to winning.
The Chris Vernon Show, live on weekdays at noon on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app. Junior Grizzlies summer camps presented by Ortho South are the key to a slam dunk summer with over a dozen 4-day camps perfect for hoopers ages 6 to 14 looking to build fundamental skills and make unforgettable memories. With camps across the Mid-South in Tennessee, Mississippi, and Arkansas, you won't have to go far for the ultimate hoops experience this summer. Registration comes with a Junior Grizzlies jersey, lunchbox, and a basketball to take home. Don't wait, space is limited. Visit grizzlies.com/Junior Grizzlies today to secure a spot for a fun-filled summer. That's grizzlies.com/Junior Grizzlies.
Back to the Gary Parrish Show. Bennett Doyle, CJ Hurt in studio with you today. We also have a special guest in studio with us right now. We're going to talk a little SummerSlam. We're also going to do our Spider-Man movie rankings. Kyra, I'm going to throw you for a loop and actually switch out one of these. I'll text you in just a second. But first, we got 5 more things you need to know, ladies and gentlemen. That's okay. Don't worry about it. I struggle with those buttons every single. There we go. Devin Walker's in studio with us. SummerSlam. Welcome to the show. Appreciate you joining us.
Happy to be here, man. You heard you want to talk about some SummerSlam.
Let's talk. So it was a big weekend. I think outside of Spider-Man Brand New Day, the biggest story of the weekend was SummerSlam. We were just talking to Michael Eaves, and it's funny, like, he is not a wrestling fan, but he's doing SportsCenter all weekend, and obviously the ESPN partnership with WWE is huge, and so they're doing highlights all weekend. And I was telling him he did a really good job of pulling off looking like he was a WWE fan, because I thought they had good coverage of wrestling this weekend.
That's half the battle.
That's half the battle. But SummerSlam, just your overall thoughts. And how about your favorite match from the weekend?
All right, we're gonna go first night, mid, skip.
First night was extremely
mid, skip.
Yeah,
that they could have been an email. That could have been a, you know what I'm saying. First night was just a whole lot of mid. I know you said like the Cody CM Punk match. Those are 2 of my least favorite guys in wrestling right now.
What?
So for me,
wait, hold on. Okay,
I was like, bro,
all right, let's just stop right
this
there.
Debauchery off my TV.
Okay, CM Punk beats Cody Rhodes after Randy Orton interferes in the match. CM Punk retains his championship belt. Why are they your 2 least favorite people?
Bro, do you see that moonsault?
I did.
There you go.
Yeah.
You saw the moonsault? Okay.
Yeah, but it's you know, it's 2 guys that ride for the business, man.
Ride for the business,
it's
my
2
ass.
guys that ride for the business.
Ride for the business, my ass. Other than my boy,
I love CM Punk. I'm sorry, I love CM Punk.
Because even like the Obafemi Brock stuff, right? Like that's
terrible.
A Hell in a Cell match.
Terrible.
Big moment. Main event SummerSlam. Let me in the pantheon of Hell in a Cell matches. Let's talk about this.
Yes.
You're a
okay.
wrestling
Let's
fan.
go.
In the pantheon of Hell in a Cell match, we've had iconic moments happen in Hell in a Cell match.
Yes.
You have the Mankind moment off the top of the cell. You got Shane McMahon jumping off the side of the cell.
Mm-hmm.
You got Rikishi taking a dive off the top of the cell.
Yeah.
You have so many great moments.
HBK and The Undertaker in the first one is
there's
classic.
There's so many moments in Hell in a Cell matches. Brock Oba, I'm going to have to say it, may be the worst Hell in a Cell match in the history of WWE. Why? I'm happy that Oba got the rub, the big Brock pin, about 1, 2, 3, the next big thing. First of all, I think my boy Oba missed a spot.
Yeah.
Because Brock pulls back for you people out there in the world, they think, oh, well, actually, see, let me ask you, CJ. When you see a wrestling ring, do you think they're wrestling on a trampoline? What do you think they're wrestling on?
Yeah. Oh,
they're wrestling on a wrestling thing.
Like, what do you think
is
is
a wrestling mat?
So you see the mat, right? What do you think is under the mat?
Nothing. The table, the doink is up underneath there.
The doink.
Doink the clown.
The clown.
Doink is up underneath there.
Doink is under there. You go.
Is Doink still living? I think that's where Doink lives.
I don't think Doink is with us.
Oh.
He's crossed over to the other side.
Word? We lost Doink?
I think we took away Doink.
I don't think Doink's with us no more. Rest in peace, Doink.
Doink passed. There was a Dark Side of the Ring about
Yeah,
Doink.
moment of silence for Doink, by the way.
Well, there was
Moment of
multiple. There was multiple. That was long enough. There was multiple Doinks, by the way.
There was?
Yeah, there was multiple Doinks.
Well, Devin, because Doink would be in the ring, and then Doink would come out from up underneath the mat.
No, you're thinking of little Doink. You're thinking of like his little sidekick.
No, I'm thinking of Doink.
Which we did have little sidekicks at SummerSlam this weekend, by the way, which we're going to talk about in a second. But no, there was like a Doink replacement.
Really?
Yeah, there was a replacement Doink. Yeah.
Shout out to all the Doinks out there.
I think WWE actually got away with it for a long time. Like nobody really realized it, but yeah, there was a
Okay, maybe
replacement
all the Doinks aren't with us. But no, to the point. Under that ring, there's a mat and there's a bunch of plywood, right? Wrestling rings are made out of wood. So Brock pulls back the wood. I'm like, oh, okay. Ben, I'm at the house like this. Oh, we're getting spicy. Let's go. Let's go.
Yeah.
He takes the bump on he puts Oba on the plywood, right?
Yep.
Then Oba picks him up for his finisher. And I'm like, oh, he's gonna put him through the ring. Oba just drops him on the mat. 1, 2, 3. Bro, it could have been that match could have been Monday Night Raw, bro.
That was my biggest when we were talking about it on Friday. I said it was my biggest fear because I love the Hell in the Cell gimmick. I love a gimmick match.
Yes.
Like bring it to. We'll talk the ladder match night 2 with the women. Awesome,
Phenomenal.
amazing.
Shout out Chelsea Green.
Shout
Chelsea.
out. Yeah, shout out to her winning her championship. But it was my fear with Oba and Brock because it's like, okay, I was like, you got these two massive dudes going in the cell.
Yeah.
And what do we want to see in a Hell in a Cell match? We want to see people climbing the cell, jumping off the cell, throwing each other into the cell. They didn't use the cell for anything.
It could have. It was like I said. It was just there.
It was just there. It was just there.
Even if because you're Brock and you two big dudes, even like a tackle, both of y'all fall through the cage.
Right.
Like give me something.
Give me
some carnage, bro. But that match could have been an email. I'm so glad Oba got his moment, but bro, that was probably I would say the worst Hell in a Cell match in wrestling history.
Yeah.
You move on to night 2. Oh, we starting with hot grease, baby.
I thought night 2 was great. I thought last night was great.
From beginning to end.
Yeah.
If you take out that bullshit ass ladder, Human Money's on a pole match.
The what match?
Human Money's on a pole match.
Oh, see, I had fun with that.
So Danhausen.
Mm-hmm.
You know Danhausen. He's the guy that paints his face.
He curses you.
Yeah.
He curses you.
Yeah.
You are cursed. He's the reason why the Knicks won the championship.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's the reason why Argentina lost in the World Cup final.
Okay.
If he curses you, you're done.
Got you.
So you don't want to be cursed by Danhausen.
Got you.
So his whole gimmick is to do the little curse thing. So he was in a feud with the Judgment Day. The Judgment Day paid him $100,000 to curse Obafemi. He ended up running away with the money. He did not curse Obafemi. So they said, in order to get our money back, we're gonna put it on a pole. You know, in wrestling, everything is better on a pole. Like we put humans on a pole, we put money on a pole, we put everything on a pole. Put the money on the pole. Danhausen wrestles.
Careful.
Now he has little.
Yeah, he almost said it. Go ahead.
Yeah.
He has little mini Danhausens that come out with him.
Okay.
Little midgets. Can I say that?
Little people.
Little people.
Yeah.
They come out and they look
You
scurry around.
could have said strippers. You definitely can't.
You could have
say
gotten away with that.
It's like
little people.
Danhausen,
That's fine.
and it's like little minions. So
Okay.
like it was just like it's just like I just didn't need that. You liked it?
I liked it. I think Danhausen's so much fun.
Oh, I love Danhausen too, bro.
Yeah.
But
And I like Dom. I think Dominic's like definitely. I don't know what's going on with him in WWE right now.
Dom
But
that was just I'm just here not to get fined moment. Like you see, he came out with everybody comes out with cool gear on.
yeah,
and like
he came out with his normal stuff.
normal gear, no AAA title. Then he posted on IG, "I'm just here so I don't get fined."
Oh, so
like-
he's upset that he's gotten buried a little bit.
Yeah, like that.
But you got to wrestle Danhausen. Like he's one of the up and comers. That's a big moment.
That's a gimmick moment. That's a gimmick moment.
Okay.
But no, KO coming back though.
KO coming back is so good. My dream scenario is that he's going to go after CM Punk. I would love to see KO CM Punk lead up to Mania.
Oh yeah, it's coming.
See, KO CM Punk. That I think we
It's
could
coming.
get some good ones.
But yeah, 17 months out of it, and KO coming out and doing moonsaults and flips.
Yeah, man.
Okay, CM
I
Punk,
love
that's
that
how
guy.
you do a damn moonsault, bro. But no, I love that. And then you kind of fast forward through the card, and I think and
Real quick on KO, one of the best matches I've ever seen in person was when SmackDown was here. I think it was like it might have been 2018, 2019 when SmackDown was here, and him and Drew McIntyre opened the show. It was the best match of the night by far. It's one of the best matches I've seen in person. They're like jumping through tables.
Yeah.
Like
KO he do it for the Fat Brothers, bro.
I love it, man.
He do it for the Fat Brothers.
I think
bro.
that's why I love him, man.
Yeah.
He is this just like amazing athlete with a massive beer gut. I'm like, how do you do it, bro?
He does
It's
it for
fascinating.
He's for the regular shit brothers out there. KO does it for us. But as you move on the card, you got Baron Corbin. I know you're a bald brother, but bald ass Baron Corbin pisses me off so much. I don't need him having a title reign in 2026, bro.
Boring.
No aura. Yeah, it was mid, skip.
It was mid.
It was mid, skip. So we get to the main event though. And I know there's a lot of people complaining, Bennett Doyle. You have Seth Rollins versus Roman Reigns.
Why?
And tell me if this sounds weird. It might sound weird coming out of my mouth. I was thinking about this all night long. I don't think Roman Reigns has wrestling chemistry. Like his wrestling soulmate may be Seth Rollins.
Okay.
His wrestling soulmate may be Seth Rollins because I've never seen him in a ring work the way he does until the guy like Seth Rollins in the ring with him.
I agree with that. Like if you put Roman in the ring with Brock, and a lot of this is on Brock, you're getting maybe 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Like there's going to be some
F5
slams.
Superman punches.
That's it. You're going to get the typical moves that you would see out of those. But I agree, man. You see stuff out of Roman last night. It's almost like I cannot let this dude who's my peer in WWE, but I'm the top dog, but he's always been kind of like with me and my peer. You know, he calls him number 2. You're the second. He can't let Seth one-up him in a match.
By the way, we've all been there before, by the way. CJ, you can probably relate to that too.
So good. That's a great shot.
We've all been there.
Oh, that's
when you put in 40 minutes of hell, baby.
Yeah, man. That's
that's me on a typical Saturday night.
Yeah, a night out with the cousins. Or hell, like you're 10 years old at your grandmama's house and y'all have been running around outside and she's like, hey, stop moving. And that's just how y'all end up falling asleep in the middle of the floor.
It's beautiful. But no, I think I was thinking about, I was like, yo, everybody has soulmates in wrestling, right? They have everybody who they have their best moments with. And I think Roman, like Seth may be Roman's, and like just from the moves to the storytelling, like all the Shield moments they had where they both did the Dean Ambrose little finisher move.
Yeah.
And, like, bro, I don't care, man. Then they both did the Shield power bump through the tables.
Yeah.
They fighting the crowd. Like, it was real. And I feel like the crowd was like on the edge of their seat.
Yes.
I know people complain about, oh man, in wrestling, there's too many false finishes. What happened to the finishing move? But when you try to tell a story like they were last night, I think you need those moments, right?
Yes.
You need those moments.
I completely agree. It was a great match. I didn't think they were going to bring back Dean Ambrose. There's obviously rumors swirling around.
Yeah.
I'll be honest. I kind of just those guys, Seth and Roman, like they're WWE lifers. It seems like, and I wonder if they were like, we don't really need that. You know, you know what we don't need that. I know it's like the Shield and it's Roman and Seth back together all these years later in a main event at SummerSlam, but I just felt I felt like that was not necessary at all, and I bet those guys made it clear we don't think this is necessary.
We don't need that back, but I think that's the perfect way to end a rivalry, though, right? You know what I'm saying? Like we talk about like. In wrestling, usually some beefs end in cage matches. They end in this, but I think sometimes all you need is a great 5-star, 10 out of 10 match, bro.
Yeah.
And I think that's what Seth and Roman gets. By the way, too, side note, Bennett Doyle.
Yeah.
I got to complain about something.
What's up?
WWE. They're in bed with ESPN. They're in bed with Gears of War. They're in bed with all these ads on the mat.
Yeah.
Bro, them having that goofy-looking dog come out while Chad Gable is celebrating his first ever singles title.
What was going on there?
Bro, it was a root beer ad.
That was weird. While he's got his family in the crowd in the ring, it is like emotional. Yeah, it's his hometown.
Like, bro, like WWE, like all money ain't good money, bro. You ain't gotta take money from everybody. Like this like random ass dog gets in the ring and he's like throwing him root beer and he's like cracking over.
Okay, so what I would say to the big partnership that they have with ESPN. Here's why I personally think that it works, and we'll see like what their numbers. I know that like people are taking pictures of the crowd. That's putting SummerSlam in a big stadium is tough in my opinion. I feel like that stadium is pretty strictly for Mania, and you better really bring it if you want to sell out a massive NFL stadium for SummerSlam. But I respect them making it a big event because I do think that with not a lot going on in sports right now, it does make a ton of sense from both sides, but especially from ESPN's side to like have this. Like I said, they're showing SummerSlam highlights.
Yes.
During Sports
Like
Center
it's the
last
NBA
night.
Finals, bro.
That's it. And so I do think that it like kind of brings in. And I won't even say like casual fan. I do think it makes people curious. Like, ESPN, they kind of control like the narrative of what people are talking about every day, right?
Yeah.
Like they're the first on it. And
I just think all money ain't good money, B-Dog. I don't
got
need
you.
Michael Cole saying, Chad Gable got that dog in him. Like for like a promo ad. I didn't need that. I didn't need that last night.
I think the advertisements on the mat, whatever. I don't care.
Yeah.
I don't care about that. But I'm with you. Like some of it does go a little bit too far. So overall, I thought it was pretty good.
It was a good
Yeah.
SummerSlam. Like I said, first night one, mid, skip, probably a 4 out of 10. And then the second night, I'll probably give it a. You take out the goofy ass ladder match, goofy Danhausen thing. Chad Gable, Penta was fire. Yeah, everything was probably like 8.5, 9 out of 10 for night 2.
Yeah, and I'd go outside Roman Seth, the Women's World Championship ladder match. That was just theater. I love a ladder match, man.
Just know, bro, that show they're finna feed Chelsea Green to the Wolves. You know what they're about to feed her to, right?
Huh.
You know Naomi when they had that baby, right?
Oh, and she's gonna come back. Yeah.
Naomi said when I have the baby, I'm coming back to get my belt.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Chelsea Green wins the interim women's championship because we know Naomi's gonna come on the back end.
I gotta say, man,
shout out Naomi.
You know how I feel about my queen, Charlotte Flair. Just they disrespect her too much, bro. She's the greatest women's wrestler of all time, in my opinion.
I might be with you on that one,
bro. Every time she is in a singles match, like she always, I'm not trying to but she just always looks better than her opponent. Like she's just a great wrestler.
Yeah,
like she's just a great tactical wrestler. And I don't know. Every time I watch it, like last night, I'm like, how can you not give the belt to her here? She's better than everybody else. She's a better wrestler than everybody else.
You have that thought. I have the thought of if this was a real fight, none of y'all would beat up Jade Cargill.
That's true too. Yeah, this is a real actual fight. She would beat everyone's ass.
Every time Jade
sure.
Cargill's in the wrestling ring, I say, bro, if this is a real fight, 1-on-1, squabble up, Jade Cargill would be the women's champion. Because she is cut out of granite, bro. And her gear was, whoo, boy. Jade Cargill, you're my women's champion.
How'd she keep that together? That was
she eats probably
No. I mean the gear. It was like the J-Lo dress. How did she wrestle through a full match and keep that all impressive? Very impressive.
Jade Cargill's a damn superhero,
She's impressive.
bro. Anything is possible.
She's awesome.
Shout out to her.
All right, good stuff. Let's go on to the next one. You want to hang with us for a second?
Yeah, I'll keep
Okay, cool. NFL training camp is underway. Oh yeah, CJ.
Oh, shoot, my
no,
fault.
no, you're
Number
good. Don't worry. I forget
There
every
we
day. Ricky Pearsall, 49ers wide receiver. The reason I bring this up is because the 49ers, I don't think are ever in the history of that franchise going to go through a season without a big-time player getting injured for them. That's just who they are at this point. He's undergoing season-ending surgery for a PCL injury he's been dealing with back to last season. So he's going to miss the whole season. Expected to make a full recovery for 2027. But the reason I bring it up is because they went and signed Deebo Samuel. He's back with the 49ers, which I don't know how much Deebo has left in the tank, but I know that if he's going to go somewhere and be productive for a team, it's probably best that it's back with the San Francisco 49ers because he had so much success there. So
yeah, I don't know if it'll be that same Deebo that was running the ball 30 times a game, being like that Swiss Army knife. I think Deebo may be a boy. You said in the tank, I think he about got a quarter of a tank left, bro. His tank probably on quarter. That light about to be on, bro.
You just have to be smart in how you use them.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
Instead of just using them all willy-nilly, you have to understand, hey, this is an older player but an older player from an NFL standpoint with miles on him. But if we can use him, I think to what the Saints were able to do with Taysom Hill.
Yeah.
Where hey, if we can use him 7-8 times in a game, we might get 2 or 3 big plays from him, and he'll be somebody that defenses have to prepare for. To your point, Devin, he's not somebody who's going to have 6 receptions and 8 or 9 carries in a game. He's not that anymore. But you can still use him if you are effective and judicious in how you want to implement him on the football field.
You gotta get him in a conditioning protocol too.
Yeah.
My boy looking real chubby out there.
But
he been eating White Castle
that's
burgers.
just
you
age,
talk about
man.
you got to manage him. Like you
White Castle
also
burgers and
you got to manage George Kittle when he gets back. He's dealing with the Achilles. You got to manage Christian McCaffrey. That dude's had 1 million carries in the league, and he's like the focal point of your offense. So I don't know, man. I worry about them making it through a full season. Like if they're there and all their guys are healthy, like they've got one of the best coaches in the league. So I think that
their coaches hurt too.
You don't think Shanahan's one of the best coaches in the league?
He injured
Oh,
too.
you were looking at me
I'm
like
looking at Devin touching random microphones for
Oh,
no
okay,
damn reason.
okay.
No, you told me to move this microphone out the way.
Who told you?
I use it when I'm on the show. They be like, hey, move the microphone out the way.
Yeah, didn't nobody tell you.
Yeah,
that.
nobody cares.
No, it's like a
Just
natural
messing with your
instinct. Jalen told me it all the time.
Yeah. Jalen, this ain't Jalen's show though. This Black show.
That's right. Oh man.
But yeah, Shanahan is one of the better coaches in the NFL. He hadn't won an NFL championship. He hadn't won a Super Bowl, but he's gotten teams to NFC championship games. He's gotten to a Super Bowl also, if I remember correctly, at least one of them. Yeah, to say he's one of the best coaches in the NFL, I think that's a fair statement. And we saw his coaching acumen under full display last season when everybody was injured. Everybody on their 2 deep missed significant time. So yeah, like if you give him a team that's going to stay relatively healthy, I think he can find a way to scheme some guys into some pretty impressive seasons.
Okay. The other thing that came out of NFL training camp over the weekend, Will Levis, Titans quarterback, he spoke with the media this weekend, had a very interesting quote that caught some eyes. Let's listen to it.
I know I've put the tape out there already that I'm a dang good quarterback in this league, and I'm even better than I ever have been. So.
The faith that you have a future as a starter in this league?
100%. I know I'm. I think there are not 32 quarterbacks in this league better than me. I know that for sure. I know.
Faith.
Okay.
I agree with them. I agree.
What?
There aren't 32.
What?
I also have questions.
I think there's 45.
Bro,
I think there's 45. I think it's 45.
Also, why is the third string quarterback talking to media?
Dude, okay, listen, I respect the confidence. All right. I respect the confidence. You have to say you think you're a starter in this league. I don't think you can go as far as to add on I think I'm one of the best 32 in the league. Although, again, I respect the confidence. Like you said, he's on track to probably be the third string quarterback for the Titans.
Bro.
Yeah,
Mitch Trubisky's in front of you.
Yeah, they went and got Mitch Trubisky. And that's just one of those moves that why would you even go get Mitch Trubisky if you're the Titans if you see Will Levis as Cam Ward's potential backup? Like the Titans are one of those teams that a lot of times there have been times when they've only carried 2 quarterbacks. So the fact that they've got 3 there and they brought in a guy that's been, a long time backup in this league now, he's going to be the third string quarterback.
Yeah.
And I don't know, man. And he talked about he's put the tape out there. Man, I've seen that tape. It ain't good. It is not great.
I would not tell people about that tape. That's a tape I would take to my grave.
Wait, which tape you talking about?
Man,
you talking about the other tape?
Oh, no, I'm not talking about that tape.
Oh, he's talking about that tape.
Well, I haven't seen that tape. I'm scared.
Oh, that tape. Now,
if
that tape is out there,
I don't want to get the virus on my computer, man.
What tape are you talking about, Benador?
Yeah, I haven't seen that.
You're talking about the tape on the field.
Off the field.
Wait, have y'all seen that tape?
On the field, off the field.
We've seen that tape.
Y'all have seen that tape?
On the field, off the
tape.
field.
Yep.
Is that?
Will Levis is absolutely a top 32 quarterback if we're going off of that tape.
That was going to be my next question.
Off the field tape, he's a top 32 quarterback in the NFL.
He's MVP candidate if we're talking about,
Yeah.
He's blessed.
On the field, it's
physical freak.
He's a little shaky.
I mean,
the measurables are there, Ben, and is what I'm trying to tell you.
Yeah, for sure.
When they drafted him, obviously we all remember draft night, and infamously he slips, and they keep showing the camera on him and Gia Duddy in the green room. And that was one of those. It was an old regime for the Titans that made that pick. It felt like it was one of those where we have to take a quarterback at some point, and this guy's fallen. I don't think the Titans ever really wanted to take him. I just felt like they had to at that point because he fell so far. So I don't know, man. I wish the guy luck. I saw that this weekend and thought, bro, I just don't think that's.
Will Levis, the last time we saw him as a Titan starting quarterback,
it would have been
2024.
Yeah, 2 years ago.
2 years ago.
And
13 touchdowns.
Yep.
15 turnovers, 12 interceptions, 3 fumbles, lost. He fumbled at 5. He lost 3 of them. 60 sacks, 68 sacks,
bro, and that's fine. That's on the offensive line's terrible.
I think 41 sacks. He had 69 total sacks 2 seasons in the NFL. He had 41 sacks that season. You can put it on the offensive line.
Yeah,
I'm sure some of that is, but you couple everything together. It's a dude who's not processing the game fast enough. He's holding on to the ball a bit too long. He's telegraphing passes. He's making inexplicable turnovers that have him on the field, 2 knees on the ground, surrender cobra-ing, right? Like he is this after throwing some of these interceptions, right? Like he was bad.
He was finding new ways. He was finding new ways to turn the ball over.
We don't damn the film, Will. Like, just sit there and be quiet, man. We don't want to go back and have to start nitpicking that.
Yeah,
like that's not all on the offense. I don't think any of it. I think most of it is on him and processing defenses and not on what the offensive line was. Could it have been better? Absolutely, it could have. But he was bad in those games and in those moments.
Yeah, is he still a Titan because nobody else wants his ass?
Yes.
Yeah, maybe.
Like, nobody said like I'm gonna take a flyer on Will Levis.
Yeah, well, we're gonna see. And again, those turnovers you mentioned, man, like some of those turnovers felt like 3 turnovers. I mean, they were some of the worst. If you just go put all the tape of all the turnovers of all the quarterbacks that season, he's going to be right in the top 10 of the worst. Like they were that bad.
Horrible.
Yeah, so
he'll have 6 or 7 of the top 10 worst. From that year.
For sure.
Yeah, we'll wish him luck, but
no, we ain't wishing him luck.
Okay, well, fine, they don't. But
I don't wish you ain't no luck for you, Will Levis. Kids, keep hooping in the bedroom. There's a place for you out there.
Okay.
Hey, listen, man.
Good
There's
luck.
websites for you, bro.
Good luck. Let's just move
Top
on to the
3.
next one. Let's just move on.
Him and Jamal Murray.
Listen, hey.
White
Meat Volume 37, Devin.
Huh?
White Meat Volume 37.
White Meat Volume 37, cuz.
They looking for people.
Hey,
You're gonna get me in trouble. You're just gonna get me in trouble.
We're gonna get you in
With
trouble.
Will Levis?
We're talking about
Will Levis?
We're talking about tape.
We're talking about the turnover tape. We're talking about the turnover tape.
turnover
that's-
tape, bro.
We're talking about NFL film. All right.
bro.
And if it comes on the DVD disc, make sure you got the right one in there. Because it might be Rush Hour 2. It might be Booty Workers 2. You never know. Like you gotta make sure.
We all been there.
We got to get GCM After Dark greenlit. I mean,
they're not ready for GCM.
There's
After
no
we got to
chance,
get it
bro.
greenlit.
There's no chance.
We've been talking about it for so long.
It would
It's
be
just I feel like
amazing
it's right
content.
there, and it
So
hasn't been greenlit
You
yet.
just get a little sprinkle of GCM After Dark during the daytime.
Okay, that's it. All right, I've switched it up on Kyra. Appreciate her changing it. We're gonna do our Spider-Man movie rankings right here. Devin, I caught you off guard with this one, so I don't expect you to have a list here. Did you see Spider-Man this weekend?
I'm not a big. First of all, I'm not a big movie guy.
I know, I hate that.
Second of all, I'm not a big superhero guy.
But this is the biggest movie of all time. I don't know if you've heard.
All time,
It's
cuz?
had the biggest box office of all time. Yeah.
Opening weekend.
Yep, biggest opening
Maybe I need
weekend
to
of all
tap in.
time.
Maybe I need to tap in.
It's gonna be the biggest movie of 2026. So yeah, it's
But,
pretty
like,
big.
is this a new Spider-Man story?
Yeah, this is. So we talked about it.
When you say new, what do you mean new?
Like, is it still my dog? Like, he got bit by a spider?
Yes, that's the way the Spider-Man
Green
pops
Goblin-
off. We
Green
hadn't met
Goblin
Green
shit.
Goblin yet.
Okay, you haven't met him yet.
No, I say yet. We just hadn't met that character. One of the
No,
cool
he
things,
did. He was in the last one. No Way Home.
that was somebody else's Green Goblin. We hadn't
Fair
met
enough.
his Green Goblin.
Okay.
Fair enough.
But it was cool. In the first little bit of Brand New Day, we saw a couple of really cool Spider-Man villains pop up there.
We did.
It was like, this is great. They're here.
I liked that too.
Yeah.
I like that too. Now this is the 4th Tom Holland Spider-Man movie. Yeah. This is the 4th Tom Holland Spider-Man movie. Did massive numbers over the weekend. Me and CJ talked about it. I think like a lot of it is because Spider-Man is just universal. Everybody loves Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Like, some people love Batman or Wolverine or Superman, but those are like, like everybody loves Spider-Man.
Everybody knows Choo-Choo.
You know what I'm saying?
Everybody loves Choo-Choo.
Like, I think if you're a fan, like I'm strictly a fan of the Batman series. And I think anyone who's just a casual fan of like movies like this loves
Is he the most universal superhero?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
You don't? Who do you think it is?
I think it's the 2 DC dudes.
Batman and Superman?
Yeah, I think it's those
You
two.
think they're
and
the
then-
most universal ones?
Yeah. And then Spider-Man.
Spider-Man?
Yeah. Which makes what Marvel is doing, what DC has done, so perplexing. Marvel has found a way with nothing but Spider-Man, right? From a popularity standpoint, to your point, Bennett, something that casual people know about. They found a way with nothing but him and maybe the X-Men to really create a gripping universe. And they do it with stories. Most people did not, I know I didn't know who the hell Peter Quill was. Really didn't
Star-Lord,
know. Really didn't know what was going on with Iron Man or Thor or Captain America. Certainly not Hawkeye and Black Widow. Certainly not them. And then you throw Ant-Man in there and you look up, though, it's Doctor Strange. You look up and we all know about these characters now because of what the MCU has done. Meanwhile, we all know about Superman. We all know about Batman. We all got a good grasp on what Wonder Woman is, Green Lantern, what the Flash is, and DC has routinely struggled live action form to tell those stories in ways that keep us captivated, certainly in the same way that Marvel has.
Okay. Yeah, no, I completely agree, CJ. You want to go first? You want me to go? How do you want to do this? This is kind of an impromptu ranking.
Do you want to go? Are we inverse?
Yeah, let's go inverse 11-1.
11-1, and then are we going to go you, me, or are we just going to list them all out there?
Let's snake draft it.
Well, no. We're not drafting. We're just listing our top 10 or our top 11 Spider-Man movies. We're ranking the movies.
You do your list. He does his list.
Yeah. That's what I thought. Okay. All right. So my number 11, I'm going to go with The Amazing Spider-Man 2 from 2014. This is the sequel. It was the end of the Andrew Garfield Spider-Man. He only got 2 movies. I think going back and looking at those, they're underrated, especially because he came back in the multiverse in No Way Home. But this one's just not great. And I think that, that's why it ended after 2, because this movie just wasn't very good. I didn't like it.
Oh, our list is going to be way different.
Oh, you like this one? Okay.
No. Well, listen.
No disrespect to Jamie Foxx. They did right by him later, but I just didn't love this one. Jamie Foxx in this one.
Let me be clear. All of these movies are good. Mm-hmm. There's differences in how good they are, but they're all good. I have that one a little bit higher on mine than what you have on yours.
Okay. Number 10, I'm going to go with Spider-Man 3.
Okay.
That's the one where Tobey Maguire has the emo haircut and does the weird dance number that just came out of nowhere. I don't hate this movie as much as it's universally considered like the worst Spider-Man movie, right? It was the end of the Tobey Maguire trilogy. It did not live up to Spider-Man 2, which was massive. And it just wasn't. They did not do good with Venom at all.
It was set up to be really, really good. Because in that one you have, all right, Green Goblin gone. I get the goblins mixed up. Daddy is Green, Harry
Son
is
Hob, yeah.
And so now it's like, oh, are we getting Hobgoblin stuff? Like, oh my gosh, give it to us. And they kind of messed up that story.
Yep, it was bad.
And then to your point, Venom is in it, but Venom's only in it for 3-4 minutes, something
Venom
like that.
was so lame in this movie.
They set it up, but when the symbiote gets Peter Parker, when Tobey Maguire Spider-Man is the Venom symbiote, that stuff was really, really good.
Yep.
It's just the end, they messed up the end, and I think that's why most people have it low on their Spider-Man list.
I think some of the people in the chat are going to like my list, how it finishes. Okay, number 9, I'm going to go with Spider-Man Homecoming. This was the first of the Tom Holland Spider-Man movies. I just think this series has gotten better over time. That's why I'm putting this one so low. It's my least favorite out of the Tom Holland ones, even though it's the first one. We saw his debut in Captain America Civil War, so in a sense, it's not really his debut. It's his first standalone Spider-Man movie. I think it's good, but I'd put it last as far as his movies. Number 8, I'm going to go with The Amazing Spider-Man. That's the first one of the Andrew Garfield movies from 2012. I thought this one's really good. I think Andrew Garfield and Emma Stone have really good chemistry in this movie. It's like a more fun, campy Spider-Man. The Lizard is the villain in this one. I just think it's a pretty good standalone movie. I didn't like the sequel at all, but I like this one. Number 7, I'm going to go with the original Spider-Man from 2002 with Tobey Maguire. That's when we get him. Green Goblin with William Dafoe playing Green Goblin. Sam Raimi directed that trilogy. He later came back to do Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. He's kind of affiliated with the MCU now. Love Sam Raimi as a director, and this is like a classic movie at this point. Like everybody remembers that first Spider-Man. Number 6, gonna go with Spider-Man Far From Home. This is the sequel, the second of the Tom Holland Spider-Man movies. This is when they travel overseas, go to Italy, where do they go?
They
go
just on a European.
Yeah, they're just on a European.
Spider-Man went on a European
trip.
trip.
Went on a European trip.
Class trip.
Yeah,
senior class trip over to Europe.
I think Mysterio's an awesome villain in the comics. I thought it was really cool how they just incorporated him and Jake Gyllenhaal's character in this movie. So I really liked that.
Of the 4 new Spider-Man, you had that one. You had No Way or Far From Home. Wait, you had Homecoming as the worst one of the new 4.
Of the new ones, yep.
Okay.
Yep. All right.
Oh, that's interesting.
All right, let me get into my top 5 real quick, and then I'm going to let you do yours. Number 5, going to go Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. This is the second in the Spider-Verse group of movies with Miles Morales as Spider. Well, he's not Spider-Man. He's just Miles Morales. Is he Spider-Man?
Yeah, he's Spider-Man.
But Spider-Man's in these movies. Well, there's a million Spider-Man in this one.
Spider-Man from different multiverses. Yeah, so he's Spider-Man.
I thought this one definitely lived up to the being a sequel to that first one, which was just awesome. And I think it was so cool that they incorporated all these different Spider-Man into the movie. Spider-Punk is by far my favorite. I still hope we're getting a Spider-Punk movie. So I'm going to go with that at number 5. Number 4, go Spider-Man Brand New Day, the one that we've been talking about.
That's 4.
I'm gonna go. I want to see it again. It could easily move up in the rankings.
Well, now I'm riveted. I'm holding on to the edge of my seat. I want to know your top 3.
Okay, number 3 is Spider-Man No Way Home. So I got 2 of the Tom Holland movies in my top 5. This one is so epic when they all come together. The three Spider-Men. You know, they bring in Tobey Maguire, bring in Andrew Garfield. They're all together. You got the Sinister Six. Like, it just screams Spider-Man. I don't know. I love this one. I know it's kind of, people look at it on retrospect and they're like, oh, it's just like fan service. There's no substance. I thought it was fun as hell. It's one of the best movie theater experiences I've had. Every time somebody pops on the screen, everybody's cheering and clapping like that. I love that one. It's my favorite out of the Tom Holland ones. Number 2, gonna go with Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. I'm sorry. Number 3, Spider-Man.
No, wait, you're right.
Yeah, I'm right. Yeah. Number 2, Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. This movie was just so unexpected, man. Like, we saw the trailer. It's this animated Spider-Man movie. Miles Morales is the star. And it just kind of came out of nowhere. And I remember, I think I saw it like the 3rd weekend it was out because people were like, you got to go see this new Spider-Man movie. And I'm like, what? And they're, no. You got to go see this new Spider-Man movie. It might be the best Spider-Man movie. And it's so good. And that's going to be our next Spider-Man movie in 2027 is the 3rd Spider-Verse movie. So excited about that. And then number 1, I saw somebody in the chat say number 1 is Spider-Man 2 from 2004. And that's just because I was in high school when this one came out. This is the sequel to the first Spider-Man with Tobey Maguire. I was in high school when this one came out, and it's just like a core memory, like going with a bunch of friends to see it. This was like same era as like the X-Men movies for Fox. So like, I know you remember, CJ, like when X-Men 2 came out and how big that was coming off the first one.
Is this the upside down kiss one?
This felt the same.
That's in the first
That's
one.
in the first one.
Okay.
Yeah,
that's
that's in the
down
first
kiss.
We used to practice that one back in the day. We used to try to make Spider-Man.
And I thought Dr. Octopus,
Let's do that Spider-Man thing.
Dr. Octavius, who returned obviously later in Spider-Man No Way Home. It's one of the best Spider-Man villains. I mentioned Sam Raimi, who directed these. He's also did Evil Dead. Like, he's a famous horror director as well. These Spider-Man movies, especially this one, like there's one scene, I know you remember, CJ, in the hospital when they're operating on Dr. Octopus. It's like legitimately scary. Like, you're like, when you're younger and see that in the theater, you're like, damn, I can't believe like this is in a Spider-Man movie. So I love that one, man. That's my favorite just because it's like a core memory in my life going to see that one at the theaters, but that's where I'm gonna go.
All right. Our lists are terribly different right off the bat.
Let's go. I love it.
Spider-Man 3 at number 11 for me. Think that they messed up. They had such good momentum with 1 and 2, the first 2 Tobey Maguire movies, and they had carried it all the way through to almost in. They San Antonio Spurs this thing, Devin.
Okay.
Where like you're good,
yeah,
and then the last 3 or 4 minutes of the movie is like, all right, man, it just flat, just flop,
Oh,
just
no.
poor storytelling. Wanted to get certain things across, and it's like, hey, that doesn't fit what this character has been going through. You grew him to be this, particularly Harry Osborn. You grew him to be, groomed him to be this, the Hobgoblin now. And you decided to turn back on that right at the very end. Why? Why get so close to that and not give me the best friend as the new supervillain? But that's 11 for me. Spider-Man 2 is next for me.
Damn.
And that's, again, I think they're all good. But Spider-Man 2, of the ones we're comparing it to,
I think they're
just
all
not
good
there.
too, by the way.
Just
I'm with
not,
you. Yeah,
just not there.
Okay.
Number 9 for me is Amazing Spider-Man, the first one of Andrew Garfield.
Okay.
I thought it was good. Like you said, campy. And campy can be fun. Campy can be good. But it's there for me.
Yep.
And the Amazing Spider-Man 2 is next.
Okay. That's when
Because
Jamie Foxx is Electro.
When Jamie Foxx is Electro and Gwen Stacy doesn't make it, right? Like that moment right there. I need something to tug at my heart. And my frustration with Spider-Man 3 is the thing tugging at my heart, they just stopped it right at the very end. It's like, no, like break my heart. I want to leave here heartbroken. Break it for me. When Gwen's head bounces off of that, ricochets off of the ground, breaks.
Pain.
Oh, it's like, oh my gosh.
Absolute pain. Yeah.
I wanted a third Amazing Spider-Man just to see how he coped with that. And it was great. One of the things that makes, and I will talk about it some as we go on through the list, but one of the things that makes No Way Home so good is that character's sort of redemption arc. But we'll talk about that here in a second. Far From Home. That's the one that I have lowest on the four new Spider-Man.
Fair enough.
It was good. Love the Mysterio thing.
Mysterio, like Ray?
No, like the supervillain. I enjoyed Endgame. The looming effects of Endgame are still being felt here. The overarching Tony Stark's reach, Captain America's reach, all of those people who died on that battlefield and forever changed on that battlefield fighting Thanos, their presence is still being felt in that movie and is great to see. But I want to see Spider-Man be Spider-Man, not mini Tony Stark. And too often in that movie, with the gadgets and the way the suit is set up, he's basically Iron Man with some superpowers.
Yep.
And that's cool, that's great. But when I watch Spider-Man, I want to see Spider-Man be Spider-Man. The original Spider-Man, the first one, the first Tobey Maguire one, in large part, Devin, even about the upside down kiss.
Yeah, I know about the upside
right? Like
down
the
kiss.
upside down kiss
Classic.
in the rain. The moment when he grabs MJ and then catches all of the things falling off of the tray, like that's really cool. Tobey Maguire discovering his powers was great. Give me Homecoming next. Homecoming for
number
me
5.
is number 5.
Okay.
Love that story. Love the Vulture in that as well.
Vulture's
showing,
cool.
hey, the battle in not Civil War, the battle in of the original Avengers, right? That's when it takes place. They get all of the gadgets, they get all of that alien technology, and it's like, hey, Stark has made us broke. We can use this alien technology to continue to go out here and get money. We don't have to go through Stark. I love that storyline, the black market storyline, as well as Peter being a kid. Peter Parker should always start off as a child. Somewhere leaving his junior year of high school, seeing that immature version of Peter was really, really fun to see. No Way Home.
I also like not doing I like how this Spider-Man, the Tom Holland Spider-Man, we haven't done the origin story.
We know
We've
how
seen
it
it so many times. We know how it happens. You don't have to do it. So I like
don't
that
do
they
it, but
didn't.
just drop him off in high school.
Yep.
No Way Home, for the reasons you said, Bennett. It's cool to see not just the various Spider-Mans on screen, but the various villains from the Spider-Mans on screen, and the redemption arc of Andrew Garfield Spider-Man as MJ, is falling from the Statue of Liberty. This time he gets down there in time to save somebody. He sees it. You see him see in his eyes, oh no, it's happening again. Gwen, I can't let this go down the way it went down with Gwen.
Right.
Seeing him do that, and then the subsequent sacrifice Peter Parker has. In that moment, very, very immature. That whole movie, very, very immature. That's why the split happens. That's why there's a rift in the timeline, because Peter's like, hey, I want everybody to forget me, but not this person, not that person. I got to go to MIT, not that, not this. He's really surface level stuff, real like I said, surface level, materialistic, superficial type stuff that you would expect somebody in high school to be like in that movie. That's cool. The 2 Spider-Verses are next. We'll go Spider-Verse third, and then the second Spider-Verse. Both of those are incredible. Miles Morales. It's when it came out, I like you, Ben. It was like, oh, this should be interesting. And when I saw it, was like, oh, my mind is blown. So bright, so fast, so important. The stories that are being told. Look forward to seeing how it all ends with those. So I go Spider-Verse, and then what's the second Spider-Verse? Escape from Spider-Verse or whatever? Across the Spider-Verse. That'll be second for me. And then one is this one. One is Brand New Day.
Respect.
One is Brand New Day. And I tried not to be too recency biased, but for this version of Spider-Man, for this version of Peter Parker to go from really superficial to now, and a child, to now a man with like legit worries and responsibilities placed on him. I think they did such a good job in the storytelling, man. So I'll take that one.
I agree. So me and my wife went this weekend and saw it. And I didn't know it's 7, so he's already watched PG-13 movies, but I just wanted to like go make sure, because like, dude, I saw Punisher: One Last Kill before I went and saw this movie, and I was like, bro, if they make Punisher anything like he is in that movie, my kid cannot see this movie. Well, they don't. They Punisher's a little more tame in this movie.
But that's not because of and I don't want to give too much away here, but that's not because they're trying to tame it down to make it fit this movie. Otherwise, you just don't have him in the movie. This is, you think about the Punisher and his family, and you think about Peter Parker and his family, they don't have any. They don't. And so they're both operating on their own. And that's what makes the hospital scene so very, very important, because you've got these two people operating on their own, and the conversation that the two of them have in the train spot, in the
wherever that station, whatever that is,
wherever they're hanging out, that conversation that those two have is so good and so important, and that's why it's one for me, because there's, in addition to all the cool superhero shit, there's so much raw, penetrative emotion that is taking place on that screen in Brand New Day. That's why it's setting records. Not just because it's Spider-Man. You can't just throw Spider-Man out there and expect people to come see it. It has to be a good story, and Brand New Day is an incredible story.
I'm with you, man. Shout out to Spider-Man. What an awesome weekend at the movies. Shout out to everybody that went and saw it and everybody that's about to go see it this week. All right, let's go to the next one.
What do you put Crank That Spider-Man on this list?
Crank That?
Yeah.
I mean,
we used to Crank That Spider-Man?
Yeah.
Low?
Way low.
Really?
Yeah, it's after everything.
It was not a part about. It was not a good Crank That.
No.
Did you ever Crank That Spider-Man?
Wait, I thought.
Never mind. You're speaking different.
Crank That Soldier Boy.
Yeah.
Nah, bro, that was a whole series, Bennett. Crank That Batman, Crank That Yang, Crank That.
I didn't know.
Spider-Man.
Crank That SpongeBob.
Is Spider-Man just?
Yeah.
That's Cranky Spider-Man.
Pretty much.
How do you crank that Batman?
Hold on. Watch me crank that Batman. Watch me crank
What does that have to do with Batman?
Boogie on the floor. Good.
I don't get that.
Boogie on the floor. Now 1, 2.
I mean, what does crank that? Wait, Soldier Boy. Wait, we were cranking Superman too, weren't we?
Kyra said we got to move on. We're on a tight schedule here. We'll post a video after the show and show you how to crank all those super. You want to? I'm down.
Please, let's do that.
Okay.
I will do that.
Devin, you were at Memphis football media availability. Was it over the weekend?
Yeah, it was Saturday.
I was following your videos.
Saturday.
Okay, so we got 2 videos here. I'm gonna play the one of Coach Huff. Let's do that one, Kyra. We also heard from quarterback Marcus Stokes. Would you ask Coach Huff what does he do to unwind during fall camp? Here's what he said.
You know what mental health is for me? Being employed. That's mental health. So the way I unwind is I make sure that I'm wound tight enough not to unwind. And it sounds, I love what I do, man. I really do. And I get it. I know everyone, well, you got to take time for yourself. And my granddad told me, when you die, you can sleep all day. You have nothing to do but lay there, man. So for me, they don't pay me to unwind. They don't pay me, me and my wife went on vacation because it was our anniversary. And I felt like if I didn't do that, it might have a greater effect. But I was here all summer. And I don't say that as like, I'm tough, I'm here all summer. You got 71 new guys. How do I get to know them if I'm at the lake house? I don't have a lake house. If anybody's got one and want to sell me for cheap, I'll take it. But again, like for me, it's what I do. It's what they hired me to do. So I don't feel the need to unwind. I don't feel the need, for me, unwinding is, hey, being able to leave here whatever time it is, knowing that I did everything I could possibly do to help these players be prepared for tomorrow. That's just, and everybody's not like that. And I'm not saying that's the way you have to be. That's the way I am. It works for me. Maybe when I'm 62, I'll find a hobby of unwinding. Right now, they don't pay me to unwind. Trust me, if I unwind and we don't win, everybody's not, no one's gonna say anything about mental health. Well, I took a day off because I needed mental health. Well, you didn't win, so you're fired. So, but for me, it's different.
Man, I can hear you laughing in the background. If somebody was like, when someone says like, show me a picture of a football coach, just put a picture of Charles Huff up there. Like that. He is all business, man. I just love hearing him talk. I love hearing the guy talk. We're less than a month away from the opener.
Man.
Yeah.
I need my guy to go 3-0, man. I need him because if you were to give him a record based on his mic talk, his microphone, like it's like a promo, right? Like a wrestler.
Yeah.
He would be 3-0 already, bro. He is every day he goes into the podium. We're sitting there listening to him talk. I kind of propose a good idea. We should, as the media, be able to put like a bunch of topics in a bucket and make him draft the topics from the bucket and let him talk about it.
I mean, dude, there's a reason.
Huff is. He reminds me of a great minister, CJ.
There's a reason he went to Capitol Hill, right, to speak, on behalf of like all the college football coaches. Like this, he's really good at this, man. You put a microphone in front of that guy, he's gonna give you something good. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you like that Coach Huff does not unwind, CJ?
No, because I'm unwinding. I live my life to unwind.
I do too.
It reminds me. I talked to Fred McNair when he was coaching at Alcorn State, and I asked him a similar question, just like, "Hey, for fun, what do you do?" He's like, "Oh, for fun, I cut the grass on the football field." It's like, for fun? What? He's like, "Yeah, I love doing that. I love
dudes are built different.
Some of them are that way. As long be built how you want to be built. He's right. Win games.
Yeah.
If that's what you got to do to win games, go win them.
Yeah.
Either way it goes, you start losing. No, he's right. Nobody cares about your mental health. Nobody cares. So go out there and win football games, man.
For sure. By the way, 901 Tiger fan points out Saturday is free practice, 3 o'clock at Simmons Bank. And if you haven't gotten over there and seen the new stadium, like if it's been a couple months for you driven past Simmons Bank, I can't wait to go inside that thing.
I'm not gonna lie to you,
It looks so good.
I hope that joint's done.
It's time.
In the most Memphis way possible, bro. We're finna get up right to the deadline.
I think we are too.
They're finna be running out of the tunnel, and that thing might be just finishing up.
They got a month until their home opener, so yeah, they got a month. Okay, let's do number 5 real quick.
Number 5.
You good? Are we just going straight into carryout?
Yeah, well, I mean, we got to go, don't we?
Kyra, can we just go straight into carryout after this?
I mean, we got to end after this. We're not going to carryout.
Do we need a break?
No, we'll run the break after. We'll run the break at the end of the show. The show needs to end though. Now. Okay, fair enough. All right, then let's run through this real quick. Number 5, Vincent Pastore passed away over the weekend. Played. I don't think I can say what his name was on the show. Salvatore. I was going to say Big P. Bumping Sarah on The Sopranos. Just sad we're losing some of these big faces from what I think is the greatest show of all time in The Sopranos. So it was sad to see that news over the weekend. Okay, real quick, carry out. What did we miss today? The Texans signed Jadeveon Clowney to a 1-year deal. It sounds like that's might just be hey, we drafted you. Let's see how it goes in training camp, and we'll go. Okay, I wanted to ask y'all this question real quick. All right. I asked Jess and Lang this. School's back in session today for Memphis Shelby County Schools. Real quick, I need to know.
Thank God.
History, English or literature, English/literature, science, and math. What color is each of these subjects? Yellow, red, blue, green. Go.
Science is green.
Okay.
English was blue. Math was red. What else? What other subject you say? Social studies was like miscellaneous. And I think is that it? English, math, yeah. English was blue, math was red, science was green, social studies was like random, whatever color I wanted. And then if I had like a elective, I put that in like a color of my choice.
Okay.
What was
you think?
yours?
Oh, I didn't have them.
You didn't have folders?
No, I lost them. I got rid of them. So at the start of the school year, whatever the colors they are is what the colors are. But by the second week, I didn't have them anymore.
Yeah.
I might have
You got in trouble for bringing like character folders.
One
yeah,
green. I'd have one green one that had everything in there.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, yeah.
You have one folder with everything.
Yeah.
CJ, we got that's wicked.
All right, biggest game. Let's do biggest game.
What's today's biggest game?
We're going to go to the W. Las Vegas Aces at Atlanta Dream, 6 o'clock on Peacock. That's Asia versus Angel tonight. I don't have a line for you, but that is far and away your biggest game tonight. 6 o'clock on Peacock.
What are we watching on TV?
I watched House of the Dragon. I watched 3 movies over the weekend, by the way. Saw Spider-Man. Saw another Zendaya movie, The Drama, on HBO Max. Have y'all heard of this movie?
Nah.
No. Okay. I think you guys should watch this movie because there is a.
Oh, I have heard of it. Yeah. It's got Batman in it.
Do you know what happens? Yeah, Batman's in it. Robert Pattinson. Do you know like what happens? Like what the big twist is in this movie?
No.
I think you guys should watch this. It's on HBO Max.
I'll tap
It is one of those movies that's gonna make you think a lot. Like you're gonna think, what would I do if this happened to me? It's really good. Check that out on HBO Max.
What's the best thing we've read?
Bleacher Report just put out their best quarterbacks in the NFL. We'll talk about that on the show tomorrow. I don't have the list in front of me, but go read it. We'll talk about it on the show tomorrow.
What's on tap for tomorrow?
Well, I will be back here in studio. GP's back on Wednesday. John Roser going to sit in with me tomorrow. We'll talk about NFL training camp, maybe some more about Spider-Man. It's the biggest movie in the world. Got a lot going on the Gary Parrish Show tomorrow. Appreciate you guys joining us. And Chris Vernon Show coming up in just a few minutes at noon here on Grind City Media. Talk to y'all tomorrow.
Pressure-packed moment in sports, hands down, has to be shootout in the World Cup, because I am a casual fan of the beautiful game called football. I wanted to throw up. I wanted to throw up for all of these teams, for every kick.
Tune in to the Jessica Benson Show with CJ Hurt, live every weekday at 8 a.m. on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
The Grizzlies are on their way to a new era, and now's the perfect time to buy in and secure your seat to witness history. With the 2026-27 half-season tickets, you can see the future take shape in real time. With a talented draft class joining our young core and starting this season, half-season ticket holders can own the moments with all new MVP benefit, including inside access to exclusive events, perks that match your passion, and rewards that take your fan experience to the next level. More information, visit grizzlies.com/tickets or just call 901-888-HOOP or grizzlies.com/tickets.
Sonic Radio. Welcome back to Sonic RNDIO. That spells radio with me, the CIO. This just in, the new Sonic $1.99 menu lets you build a crave-worthy meal for just $1.99 an item, whether that's a creamy shake, crispy tots, or a quarter-pound double cheeseburger. This just out. Ostriches. They're mean, not very cute, and in my opinion, way too big for a bird. Don't miss the Sonic Fun 99 menu. 5 items, always $1.99. Live free, eat Sonic.
Tax not included. See menu for details.
Let's face it, there's a lot of trash talk in basketball. But the great teams let their performance do the talking. Like Ford F-150 with Pro Power on board. A class-exclusive industry-first feature that turns your truck into a mobile generator and leaves the competition speechless. Ford F-150, official truck of the Grizzlies. Greatness starts here at your Mid-South Ford dealer. Class is full-size pickups under 8,500 pounds, GBWR.
Each challenge is unique, so each game plan is customized to identify opportunity and the path to victory. It's true in basketball, it's true in banking. Grizzlies Checking from Pinnacle with personalized planning and advice. Play hard, bank easy. Open a Grizzlies checking account with at least $100 and a recurring direct deposit by May 30th, and you could receive a $200 direct deposit bonus into your account. Details at grizzliesbanking.com. Member FDIC.